All right, so listen. Um, it's a bunch of stuff that should probably be explained before I go into my views and feelings on the whole thing. Uh, Writers. A lot of these people at this roast were not comedians. They don't. Uh, Not saying they don't understand. Everybody's told a joke or two in their life. I don't want to act like comedy is the most difficult thing in the world. Not reading an audience, yes, difficult. Being able to put together a joke structured the way that it can be easily digested amongst multiple different audiences. You know what I mean? That's very difficult to do. So being at a roast is usually a melting pot of people. I'll call it that. Being at a roast is usually a melting pot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of them don't know to put those jokes together. Now, what I will say is, not many of the writers look like me. It is what it is. We know how it is in Hollywood. Not a lot of people who look like me get to write for shows, movies, things of that nature. So, yes, the writer's room already a big red flag. On top of that, which I should understand, is these jokes are often cleared by the subject of the joke. That means, hey, listen, they call you up, hey, we're gonna say this, is this cool? It happens. So a lot of what we upset about, somebody had a conversation about that previously. It is what it is. Also, roasts are meant to be as venomous comedically. Feel me? I don't want to say like they meant to be as venomous comedically as possible. As long as the majority of the room is laughing, that's a goal, baby. Get me? As long as the majority of the get what I'm saying. As long as the majority of the room is laughing at the joke, that's a goal. That's a good joke. Now, what I will say is we've attacked free speech enough. I'm lucky enough to be able to live long enough to where I now understand all of those 50, 60, 70-year-old heads and elders from back in the day when they was like, the world is changing, I don't like this, I'm not used to this. It happens. So I mean, I'm used to a time where you used to be able to say things free and speak your mind, not free your mind, speak your mind, and it wasn't necessarily something that would get the whole world up in arms. Sensitivity is on the rise, and while yes, it's cool for us to acknowledge and understand and respect other people's feelings, comedy ain't really that arena. It is what it is. Notoriously, comedians have been some of the most intelligent, free thinkers and speakers in our world. George Carlin, Patrice O'Neill, and so on and so on. Richard Pryor, Red Fox. These people said what they felt. And it was respected because that's their arena. That's what they're supposed to do. Now, all that out the way. All of that out the way. Now that we got the explanations down, let's get into what it's really about. Um, I'm with Che. Get me? Uh, what I mean by that is we can't expect a room full of people who only represent one demographic to write jokes that are going to be easily digested by everyone else. We all know, like I get, I'm more upset that we don't, as the black community, understand that this is how they feel about us. I respect the racists who tell me a racist, so I can deal with you accordingly. Don't hide behind political correctness and wanting to be a good person and not wanting to be cancer. If you racist, say you racist. Cool. I know to stay across the street. Feel me? I know to keep my kids away from you. I know to stay out your face. That is fine with me. So I don't want people to get upset over the people who've always felt like this and always said these things. We upset with Tony Hitchcliff, whatever the name is. We upset with him like Kill Tony hasn't been one of the most say something about the people who look like this crazy out your mouth as much as you want, and ain't nobody gonna bat an eye. As a matter of fact, they gonna laugh harder. It is what it is. That all being said, why y'all have my baby up there looking like that? Dig me? Check this pic. This face said, I don't like what you said. It hurts me that you said that. But say something about me, dog. Feel me? They kept it real cordial with baby girl. And I'ma let y'all know now, the way the black community loved this woman, I don't think a lot of y'all would have been safe if y'all had went after her. I'ma just keep it a bean. Just keep it a buck. We all know the way she is beloved in our community, you wasn't about to say nothing crazy about her. Now, what I will say is, clearly she was there to support Kev. Clearly. And I appreciate that. Going out, supporting Kev, supporting what he got going on, and some roasts come through, they're gonna tell some jokes. We all know it was gonna be a little extra. We all know you can't bring your sensitive pants to a roast. Let's stop that. But also, we all know who you could play with and who you can't. And clearly, you can't play with Gina, baby. You dig me? I feel like she was more hurt for Cheryl and Kev and the George Floyd joke than anybody on that panel. But also, you ain't about to say nothing about me. And being upset with it, like I said, I'm with Che, and what I meant by that is I don't expect respect from people who've never respected people who look like us. I respect that y'all going out of y'all way to show us to keep the cookout invitations to a minimum. Cause that's all it is. You gotta respect people for showing you who they truly are. Tom Brady had a roast. Jeff Ross said some he ain't like, and you can tell. Now, that's not to say I'm excusing any of the behavior. I just need y'all to understand. Google some of these old roasts. They go for the jugular. It's not meant to be huggy, kissy, and all that. Feel me? They go after you. They talk crazy. Jamie Foxx ended somebody's career at a roast. Check the video.
I want to say this to Emmitt Smith, man.
I'm your conscience.
It is a pleasure.
Man, it sure did get hot in here. Am I fucking up right now? I'm your conscience. I really don't need to be up here right now. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
These brothers start making money, you can't tell them shit.
I'm your conscience.
All right.
I wish I was in a movie with Jamie. Maybe
You're right about that.
48 hours.
You are right about that.
72 hours.
In fact,
I don't know.
In fact, nigga, I need a cosigner. Can you cosign on the car for me?
I just did another joke that didn't go over. I'm your conscience.
He ended the man's career at the roast. So being upset at the behavior of the people who attended the roast, while yes, I'm not saying you're wrong for being upset, I'm saying this is the nature of that beast. Feel me? Can't get mad at a bear for being a bear. mad at a tiger for being a tiger. Can't get mad at a coward for being a coward. That is what they do. That all being said, shout out to Regina King. When Charleston White was talking about the essence of a woman, like when a woman really a woman, you don't even want to play with her. That's the type of woman he was talking about. She ain't had to say nothing. Her face said, "Don't play with me," the whole night. We need more of that. You can be upset all you want. But as long as they feel like they could play with you, that's what they're gonna do. So I would rather, instead of us all getting up in arms and upset about what we know is going to come and what we know they're going to do, let's switch the narrative. Let them know they can't play with you. Look in my face. Do I look like you could play with me? Do I look like somebody you about to talk crazy to? We all know Kevin is Kevin. He got a brand he got to protect. He had to take them shots. He got family to feed. And I think we forget in Hollywood, after you get to a certain level, feel me? After you get to a certain place in your career, it's about protecting yourself and your brand. So we can't get mad at Kev for not standing up. He's made it clear he wants to protect his brand and keep feeding his family. And with the way the world is, with the way the world is set up right now, I'm not mad at that. Do your thing, dog. Respect to Kev. Congratulations. It take a lot to get to the level where you get roasted. Shout out Regina. I love her. I'm out of here, y'all. Roll the camera.
Even The Rock can't save your ass. Kevin and The Rock have what you call a bromance. That's when two actors secretly f the shit out of each other.